Our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality in profound ways that most of us fail to recognize. This is one of the core teachings of the Seth Material, a series of books dictated by a non-physical entity named Seth through the writer Jane Roberts. While this may seem like an outlandish claim at first glance, Seth provides a compelling framework for understanding how our inner world creates our outer experiences. The nature of thoughts and consciousness. According to Seth, consciousness is the force that creates all reality. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not just internal experiences, they are electromagnetic energy that interacts with and shapes the physical world around us. As Seth states, you form your own reality. Your thoughts and emotions form the environment that you know. Seth explains that all thoughts and emotions have an electromagnetic reality, each with its own unique signature. These electromagnetic patterns coalesce to form tentacles of energy that then manifest as physical matter and events. In essence, our inner world is constantly being projected outward and materialized in our environment and experiences. This process happens whether we are consciously aware of it or not. Seth emphasizes that we are always creating our reality, even if we don't realize we're doing it. Our beliefs about ourselves, others, and the nature of reality itself act as a lens through which we perceive and interact with the world. These beliefs then shape what we experience as objective reality. The multidimensional self. To understand how our thoughts create reality, it's important to recognize that we are multidimensional beings. Seth explains that what we think of as ourself is just a small portion of our larger identity or entity. Our physical personality in this lifetime is like an actor playing a role on a stage, while our true self exists beyond space and time. This larger self has access to abilities and knowledge that our everyday consciousness is unaware of. Seth states that we have inner senses that allow us to perceive and interact with non-physical aspects of reality. While we may not be consciously aware of using these inner senses, they are constantly at work shaping our experiences. Our multidimensional nature means we exist in many realities simultaneously. Seth describes how we are involved in reincarnational dramas, different lifetimes happening concurrently rather than sequentially. Our current personality is not bound by or limited to just this one life experience. Understanding this expanded view of self is key to recognizing the creative power of our thoughts. We are not just physical beings at the mercy of external forces. We are eternal consciousness choosing to focus in physical reality for the purpose of growth and creative expression. How thoughts become things. Seth provides a detailed explanation of how our subjective thoughts and emotions become objective experiences. He describes how thoughts and emotions emanate from consciousness as electromagnetic energy units. These units are propelled by the intensity of the thought or feeling behind them. When these energy units reach a certain level of intensity, they activate what Seth calls coordinate points. These are convergence points where subjective experience can be translated into physical manifestation. The coordinate points act as transformers, providing the energy needed to convert thoughts into material reality. Seth explains that the physical environment is filled with subordinate coordinate points that can be activated by our mental energy. The more intense the thought or emotion, the faster it will activate these points and materialize. This is why strongly held beliefs tend to be quickly and vividly reflected in our experiences. Importantly, Seth emphasizes that this process works the same whether our thoughts are positive or negative. Fearful, pessimistic thinking will manifest just as readily as optimistic beliefs. This highlights the importance of becoming aware of our habitual thought patterns and consciously choosing life-affirming beliefs. The illusion of physical reality. A key aspect of Seth's teaching is that physical reality is a kind of shared mass illusion or camouflage. The seemingly solid, objective world around us is actually a construct of consciousness, a stage set we have collectively agreed upon to facilitate certain types of experiences. Seth explains that other realities and dimensions exist simultaneously in the same space as our physical world. We simply aren't tuned into those frequencies, just as a radio can only pick up the station it's tuned to. Our physical senses are attuned to perceive a specific range of vibrations that we interpret as solid matter. This doesn't mean that physical reality isn't real or important. Seth emphasizes that the physical world provides invaluable opportunities for growth, creativity, and self-discovery. However, recognizing its illusory nature can free us from feeling limited or constrained by physical circumstances. Understanding that we are creating our reality through our thoughts and beliefs empowers us to consciously shape our experiences. We are not victims of external conditions, but the authors of our own lives. As Seth states, you are given the gifts of the gods, you create your reality according to your beliefs. Practical applications. While the idea that we create our own reality through our thoughts may seem abstract, Seth provides practical guidance for applying this knowledge in daily life. Some key points include: 1. Examine your beliefs. Become aware of your core beliefs about yourself, others, and reality. Look for limiting beliefs that may be creating unwanted experiences. 2. Focus on what you want. Direct your mental and emotional energy towards what you desire rather than what you fear or wish to avoid. 3. Use your imagination. Vividly imagine desired outcomes as if they are already real. This helps imprint the energy pattern for manifestation. 4. Pay attention to your emotions. Emotions are a feedback mechanism letting you know if your thoughts are aligned with your desires. 5. Take inspired action. Listen to your intuition and act on ideas and opportunities that resonate with your goals. 6. Practice gratitude. Appreciating what you already have creates a vibrational state that attracts more positive experiences. 7. Meditate. Regular meditation helps quiet mental chatter and allows you to access deeper levels of consciousness. 8. Experiment. Test out these concepts in your own life and observe the results with an open mind. Seth emphasizes that changing long-held beliefs and thought patterns takes practice. He encourages being patient with yourself and approaching it as a fun experiment rather than a chore. Overcoming challenges. Of course, the idea that we create our own reality through our thoughts raises some challenging questions. What about tragedy, injustice, and suffering in the world? Are victims of violence or natural disasters responsible for creating those experiences? Seth addresses these concerns by explaining that we operate on many levels of consciousness simultaneously. Our physical personality may not be consciously choosing difficult experiences, but our larger self may be setting up challenges for the purpose of growth and understanding. Additionally, we are co-creating reality collectively. Our individual sphere of influence interacts with those of others, as well as mass beliefs and expectations. Seth explains that we choose the general circumstances of our lives, but the specific details may be worked out in concert with others. Importantly, Seth emphasizes that understanding our role in creating reality is not about assigning blame, but empowering ourselves to make new choices. Even in challenging circumstances, we always have the power to choose our response and the meaning we assign to events. Expanding our understanding of reality. Perhaps the most profound implication of Seth's teachings is that reality is far more vast, creative and malleable than we typically assume. Our physical senses and rational minds can only perceive a tiny sliver of what actually exists. Seth encourages us to open our minds to greater possibilities and tap into our multidimensional nature. He provides exercises to help develop our inner senses and access deeper levels of knowledge and creativity. As we expand our understanding of the nature of reality and our role in creating it, we open the door to experiences that may seem miraculous from our current perspective. Seth hints at abilities like telepathy, precognition, and even manipulation of physical matter that become possible as we develop our innate spiritual and psychic gifts. Ultimately, Seth's teachings invite us to recognize ourselves as powerful, creative beings whose thoughts literally shape the fabric of reality. By taking responsibility for our beliefs and consciously directing our mental energy, we can create lives of joy, meaning and wonder beyond what we may have thought possible. While these concepts may seem fantastical, Seth encourages us to test them out and draw our own conclusions. As we begin to see the connection between our inner and outer worlds, we naturally become more deliberate and empowered creators of our life experience. The hidden power of our thoughts is not really hidden at all, it is expressing itself constantly in the world around us. As we awaken to this incredible gift, we open the door to consciously participating in the creation of reality itself. In doing so, we fulfill our potential as the eternal, multidimensional beings we truly are.